Alright, let's do this. At long last, I'm racing the beast. Welcome back, Ronald. Oh, welcome back, my friend. I can see that you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people has proven to be a much more demanding task than I had meant. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I've been somewhat preoccupied of late. Comrade of mine, my days in the company of heroes have to a favor. It's taken me back and forth across the realm like I want to hunt for some curious feral beast which would terrorize these small folks. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike anything I've ever seen. Fortunately, the time I've spent pursuing the beast, this time I have not spent studying the Chronicles. I'm sorry to say I have made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I could gather, the Chronicles tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the Seven Hells, described with the same arcane incantation the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor, passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, the one man driven by rage, blood, has all five pieces, bro. I've been Athlea's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it, the power that it harbors. As far as I can make out, the next passage to the Chronicles concerns the whereabouts of these mystery artifacts, though I have only been able to make sense of the odd word thus far. Though I must confess some excitement. Imagine what a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. If only my brother were here. We decipher the text together and then spread the truth for people. As he does not grow about or hidden by those of the ancient armor. I would have liked you to meet him, if only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still shall. Yours is not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwined, such as thinner. Maybe that my brother who's chosen a similar have rambled long enough. You are here to take the next step in your training. So I shall. Oblige. The southern reaches of the continent and the sanguinary desert, the gods forsaken. First, as far as I can see, it is here, but the Leviathan of Damwar, like Arjun. Oh. When facing this mammoth creature, you soon realize that the feeble hack so ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. Do not let this dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within, summoning forth the strength that transcends the limit of your physical. Mind you, first you'll have to find the beast. That might prove a tall order in itself. The two tribe that inhabits things wise to the main proceed to the until final creature is that you. Okay. And lose. Bad. The Leviathan of the Dunes saw the fearsome bugger not a week ago, preying on a group of merchants now for a iron strike. All ones dropped their wares. The dumb ones, well, at least they could say they died rich. I've seen the beast stands 3 miles high, and it does. It stirs up sandstorms with each wind and vigor. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago. Been swallowing up my would-be prey in that gaping maw his existence. Where you go? Talking to the leader? No. Worms are particularly sensitive to vibrations in the earth, such as those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I suggest you search for effects and run about making as much clamor as possible. Yes, you secure Fernandez. Other words. Everyone says this is a bad... But of course. Oh, there's a pod there. There's a what? Oh no! Wow. Yeah, because I'm level 60. Yeah. We did it! Oh, Ronald, your crystal grows ever stronger. And felling the raging samurai, peace within you slowly but surely rouses to wakefulness. When next you do battle, methinks you will find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. You have mastered your new talents. Return to me. In the meanwhile, I shall continue my studies. And our beef. Oh. Mithril template. Choose an attack for the opponent to harm. Oh, I already have it a beast. Hello again, my friend. Quite obvious that you've been anything but idle in your training since last we met. It is quite obvious that you have been anything but idle. That's it. The progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skill. I feel my work on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night, I discovered how the warriors of my tribe to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regimens. These are the sub-same techniques I have been instructing you in, ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequence, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable. Both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-state laid the blame on those atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, so the chronicles test. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage. Chronicles. Yeah, because you're trained to deal with that. Could it be that the tales are more mere falsehoods, stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage if we foul our tribe's name? Who in our right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their head and suffer such a ignominy? That my people would be so weak, so utterly fit of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. Matters that if these claims are groundless, if they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, the damage has already been done. Well, I for one will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the story that has so tarnished our reputation, it will have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke of my former comrade for the Company of Heroes, great holy beast for a few bits pursuing. The beast remains on the loose. To toss a poise of salt among fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on reticent signposts. For you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people will see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, valuable allies. Together, Ronald, we will win back our proud name and let us away to Wineport. Captain.
Probably, most likely, his village and kind know how to deal with the rage of inner rage and stuff. The city-states tried to do it themselves, but realized they had no real control or, like, any way of dealing with such power. Hard to use. We're here to slaughter things. My friends, Wineport is much obliged to your aid. Things come relentlessly, and what Two able-bodied men we have found have find themselves hopelessly outmatched. Western gates in Sobe Street, but they are left without any main defense. Leave the defense to us. A good man, I will secure the Western. Ronald, defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single. Once the enemy has been driven back, turn back up the captain. Got it? I'm surprised the guy's like, oh boy. Wow, that guy was. Yo. Get it? Go. Like a tank. So I don't have a clue how to actually play warrior yet, because I don't have all the skills up to level 60. So this is gonna be fun. Hey, have a fun time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, everything's dead. I guess I do know how to play it somewhere. Again, I'm 160. Wait. Another one. There we go. Or we can just let him out. But yeah, we have level 30 abilities now. The thing I hate is my headphones are doing that weird thing again. It's like barking. That later. Thank you to 12. Thank the 12, you're safe. You have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream here that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. It's not a beast. It's him. Oh, there are. Oh. Run to the falls. It says he said he hasn't had much time to hone his skills as of late, which means he's not been able to train or even have an outlet. Whoever has gotten it. It's true that he fought like a man possessed, but mistake him. But to mistake him for the very beast he hunts, the child's parent, feeding her too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this person first. He will return to the falls and curious word that my post indebted to him. After this, we're gonna do something less. Or after we're done, like all the way to 50. Ronald, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that for a layman's eyes, it may seem that, well, opposite. Perhaps it dismissed her apprehension that led way to the lies which led to my childhood's disgrace. If that is the case, then perhaps I should go to the Chronicle. Have I ever reassessed our message in light of this discovery? Get of light. The soul crystal. Is this all the more have ought to build it? First of Rinka. That taken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is it. I must continue my studies through training. I hope to have something new. Both of us very soon. Until then, he has control, but on the outside it looks like he does look like a monster on the outside. Like somebody being possessed by a demon or something. Or an animal. But it's just how it looks. Like what I get now. Miracles have his dead son. I try my best to try and set this up so I can abilities whenever there was a time when the I don't know if it does it now, but double check. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, there was a time where grit would significantly increase enemy generation, but if I remember, it also took away attack power, like gave you a damage debuff, so you were more defense than attack power. But now they've removed that kind of move. Now, by the way, I have to take this thing 81. I had to take this thing to 90. I would love to get a new outfit too. Anyway. Focus. I gotta focus. Looking the part. Welcome again, my friend. I was wondering when your travels would bring you back this way. It just so happens that I have some exciting news. I have finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the false armor of my ancestors. Turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintop, 5 of his pupils set out to recover them, headed to restore their masters. What is more, they were actually successful in this search. However, when I came to reuniting the set, armor's great power began to work upon their minds, and not one could bring himself to relinquish his people, realizing that their master's fatal pride was born of the artifact's combined influence. Pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate, to share between five the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each of them carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to this theme of his own greatest victory and buried the artifact in his possession, in a final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. That is there, and it is there that the pieces still rest. You may be interested to know that the armor I wear is itself a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors, identical in all respects, save for its lack of an arcane enchantment that adorned the original. I know what you might be thinking. If we were to bring the five pieces together once more, what would prevent us from being corrupted in the same fashion? I thought of that. What we need only do is trace the runes find on the armor on every piece weapon of the warrior gear. That way, there will be no need to worry about a single proud fool coming drunk on his all-surpassing power, as every warrior in the realm would be possessed of the self-same might. It's quite brilliant if I do say so myself, so how about we split up and begin the search straight away? 3 other locations seem quite self-evident. I would entrust the search there to you while I track down the other 2 with comb in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks of Boulder Downs, Carthus. Another slumbers peacefully in Camp Tranquil, the South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Arden's Peak. Watch it thoroughly. Unearth those 3 relics and bring them to me. If any measure of fortune, I'll have tracked down the remaining 2 by the time you... I was distracted. Boy, I haven't been around this area. Oh, holy crap. Wait, that's been there the whole time? What the? I didn't even see it until I just... I swear, I did not see it. And I was like, what in the world? Whoa, we gotta go all the way to Camp Westwood. Oh, speaking of Camp Westwood, they're changing all that. They're gonna be changing everything about Realm Reborn, making it much easier to do things in. We're gonna get trust in Realm Reborn. We're gonna get for the dungeons and some trial for like 4-man trials. We're gonna they're turning what you call it into a solo instance. What's his name? Yeah, you fight in Camp. They're gonna turn Camp Westwood, that trial, into a solo instance. They're turning Praetorium into a 4-man dungeon, and if what like after Ultimate Weapon, apparently they're gonna like after you defeat Ultimate Weapon, instead of going into the fight with Lalafell, that's controlling Thanquid, you that becomes a solo instance afterwards. That'll be performed as a solo instance. Oh. It's gonna be insane because I'm have to probably. I might have to perform New Game Plus just to best with that. You know how that works. So, which means that we're gonna finally get a real fight against the guy that you fight in Westwood. We're gonna finally get a real fight with him instead of going in, just slaughtering him in like 30 seconds. Because you're not... When you fight him as an 8-man, now, you don't even see 90% of his freaking, like, mechanics or anything. Because he gets destroyed so easily. How fares your search, Ron? Have you found aught of my tribe's ancient relics? Did you have the 3 pieces of armor? Don them and show them to... Oh, I have them. So it's fighter. It's fighter. Oh, Ronald. Huh? Found the gear is most gratifying, but what I would truly fancy would... Wait, stance out armor. The armor so becomes you that I could not tell you had it on at first glance, but well, I can have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes described on resonating with your focus. It's just the long lost armor of the warrior. I too have found one of the relics, but I have run into an unexpected rub. While I donned the piece, I felt nothing. The lost treasure was no different than an unadorned replica already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost to it, or may be awakened by means yet unknown to me. This I cannot say. The ancient texts still hold many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. Before I forget, I should mention to you that I did indeed track down another piece before I was waylaid by this current conundrum. Could find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. Okay, I get it now. So we're at the storyline. We're at the part of the storyline where we're gathering the relic weapon. I mean the armor. Or artifact gear. Whatever you want to call it. Call it relic mainly. But off of a fate. Them gonna get out of this guy's way. This fate, right? Get off the bank. Okay. That'd be weird. I see your search is a fruitful one. I'm pleased to say I have also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the wearer. From my own residence, but the planing was too weak as to allow a proper connection with it. And now I think I know why. My soul crystal, once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport, it has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened, I cannot say, but the film is quite clear about what would happen if the powers of the armor be bestowed upon one. Soul was weak, the inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, who would go on a mindless rampage that would only the mercy of death. That's not unlike the crazy feat battle. I believe that the armor, since my weakened state, foresaw potential danger and knowingly shut off its power to me. I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you, I left the final piece of armor where I found it. The breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart, has powers far greater and more dangerous than other pieces. Uncertain as I was to the reason for my being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I fear I fear to take it with me, carrying both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine. Yet I still worry for your fate were you to put it on. Abandon yourself, Ronald. Feel yourself ready. Only then come speak with us again. Have the helmet. I put that thing on, I was like, nope. Proof is in the pudding. That sounds so real. You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people? The armor that could consume the very soul of the most ultimate warrior? Very well, if you're truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be the one to stand in your way. But I beg of you, Ronald, the moment you feel yourself lose control and your inner beast overcoming you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain to the depths of the ocean. But fear not. For once the beast consumes your soul, there is no go back. It will rage on a monster, not with carnage in wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. Oh, my people have been shunned long enough. I will see the coming of a new age, in which warriors protect the weak, are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient texts all have been for this day. Brother, I know not where fate has led you, and yet I feel certain that in spirit you stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment, Colonel. As I said, this has been a long time coming. Breastplate seek is in the highlands of Carthage. At the spring they call Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. Fence at Wineport still play heavy on my heart. going a little bit faster. I would wear this on. Right now, it's like nowhere near mine. Hey. Head over to breastplate. Breastplate, Ronald. After much wrestling with the thought, simply cannot entrust such a weapon to an outsider who bound by its power. Return now to the hidden. If you wish to have words with me, come. I will not run away. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What the? Oh. What the? I hate that. I need to get. I never liked the Xbox stuff that's bound to Windows. Like if you're using an Xbox controller, you can push a button that actually forces it to actually open up the Xbox menuing, and it's like, why does this exist? Why? Like even if you accidentally hit it, it's like, ew, get it off my screen. Stop. It's disgusting. Filthy. So filthy. What the heck is it doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I wrestled long and hard with the matter, but this is my decision. I cannot trust you with this power when I don't even trust myself. Alright, that's right. I won't attempt to Dawn to play it again ever. Or will anyone. Not until I have proof that there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. You're deep within your soul, Ronald. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and be victorious? I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, for training, you might find answer on your own. Okay. Dual cyclone. Dual cyclone. That's the ability I could really use. Oh, there it is. And the rest of the warriors. It will be level 2. Ronald, there's much we must discuss, but now is not the time. You certainly call my mentor of the hunt, but a bloodthirsty creature terrorizing the small boat. We just received word that self-same monster has been sighted near Wineport. What is more, according to those who managed to escape the carnage, there appear more man than the. This is true, then our furry could be far more dangerous than any wild animal. Let's find a way to stop it. I must find a way. My chance to prove to the people of Wineport, nay, the world, that my tribe and my art have been wrongly judged. Perhaps then my ancestors with my brother will do. There's no time to lose. We must arrive in the hamlet before any of the villagers fall prey to the beast. Let us leave at once. I'm just like... I just have an axe clipping through my ears. Don't mind me. The barding. Idling barding. balls. How to quit you. Thank the gods for your presence. Wine port is in your debt once. Bear down. Fell creatures bail down our village in hordes as formed by a great fairy beast. Must stop them, Donald. You fend off these. Lead to the beast. My battle with. Oh no! Probably should turn this on, right? Yeah. Zoom out a little bit, so what's going on? Oh, wait. And this is the same person screaming it. Right here. These people are not your enemy. The enemy lies within. Stronger than this. Take control of the beast. Do not let it consume you. Oh. You're destroying all that I worked for. The fate of our people rests in our hands. Your weakness could cost us everything. That happened. I will not. You're anxious. Oh boy. It was I who unlocked the secrets of the Chronicles. I who trained you their way. I who uncovered the location of the legend facts. I who defeated my tribe's greatest warrior. The master now. I am the master. Right. Give me the armor. You'll tear it from your bloody... I kinda knew this would happen. Didn't expect the brother part, but... Then again, he said man, more man than beast, so it was like, I should have known. Wait. Can I? Okay. Bang. Yep, failed. Failed my people. Killed my ancestors, killed my own kid. Found out long ago what had become of my brother, but I did everything I could to deny it. I thought that if only I could prove myself stronger than he, people would see his madness, product of the weak mind. They would believe the problem lay in him, not in our trouble. Yet all the while, my own soul was growing weaker. The inner beast had taken hold, and it would not let go. It drove me. It drove my ancestors for the armor and my brother. Our tribe had lost sight of who we were, seeking even ever more strength. We allowed ourselves to fall victim to that which we had long scorned in others. Instead of learning to harden our wills with resolve, we steeled them with anger, lay our folly. Like a bonfire, anger burns hot and bright. But when the fuel that feeds it is spent, all that remains is ash. But accepting anger as our guide, we left our wills at the mercy of. But not you. Your will is more akin to the lava that courses through the mountains of my home. Burns strong, nay, stronger. Any bonfire. When it cools, it becomes hard and firm, unbreakable. This quality allowed you to keep your inner beast at bay. We also had an outlet. We have. My people were once as you are now, Ronald, and I believe that is why my ancestors chose you. They sensed true strength within you, such strength as could rightly represent our people and art. Had I but realized that myself, none of this would happen. Well, what's done is done. If I am to have any hope of restoring my people's name, I must start over. And this time, I mustn't try to do it alone. It may take time, but together my brother and I will restore our village to its former glory. When we have, I shall remember Ronald, my friend and fellow warrior, and how he saved me from myself, that my dream might become real. Warrior of ages past have witnessed. Oh, warrior with. Wow. Hey. Oh well. Nothing I can do. My import is in your debt once more, Ronald. What is more, we have seen the truth. Eyes. Pray tell Curious George as much. That would be relying on him or his protection. He is a true warrior. Our humble hamlet would be lost without his strength. Yay. And go back. Posted to South. Zone. Let's not push that button now. Let's not push this forbidden button. The thing is, if I can get to 71 as a warrior, I can casually just enjoy leveling from 71 to 90 because I can just do trust. Okay. Welcome back, Ronald. Despite all that transpired, the captain of Weinberg will entrust his village defenses to me. I don't know what to say. It's been a long road, but thanks to you, I've rediscovered what I lost so many years ago. I will see to my brother's wounds and instinct as well. We'll embark on the path of the warrior again, braving the lessons we have learned in our souls, never to be forgotten. Curiously, the moment I did avow this to myself, my soul crystal began to shimmer anew. I see yours too grows stronger than ever. It would seem my ancestors have once more bestowed their knowledge upon you. This power, this is a power that I have only read about in the tomes, nay, a power entirely beyond my comprehension. Think that I once doubted your resolve. No, you have truly conquered your inner beast and became a truer warrior than I could ever hope to be. Know that you stand before me, equal of my tribe's greatest heroes. Ever steel your resolve, Ronald. Go forth into the realm and protect those who need you for strength. With you representing us, the redemption of my people, the new era I see surely close at hand. This concludes the Warrior Realm Reborn. You already entered it. For the dawn. I am the war. Adore Papa. That's kind of sad when... Whoa. So, change the color. So it's red. That looks... Okay, I'll admit. Okay. That should... That looked good. It does look good. I don't have a axe though. Like I said, I'm just gonna gather pieces of armor. Probably. Right, that's it. I'm gonna take a quick break. Then we'll continue with... And then I'll do more after I do other things. Because I kind of need to do some farming. Private. But good, at least I have all the level 50 complete. Which means I have all the skills for that. Because that is the concerning part, is always other skills. Break some, get some food or... Quick break to get food, drinks, and stuff, and then I'll be back. Another episode. Till next time.